Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kimberly and I have ADHD. So I'm sorry if you hear the TV in the background. My dad's currently staying with me. He's watching Breaking Bad downstairs. We've been watching that. So I'm also going to be a little quieter because I'm trying not to disturb him and I don't want him to hear me because it's kind of embarrassing filming YouTube videos like around your parents. Like it's just kind of odd. So sorry I'm going to be a little bit quieter, but what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was I bought a Stalogy. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I purchased a B6 Stalogy. Let me grab it. And this is the B6. So it looks like this when you get it. So I actually purchased three just in case that I'll get into it in a second. But this is the Stalogy. It's a B6 size. It is grid paper and they've been very popular for bullet journaling over the past few years. And I've just heard some great things about the paper and holy crap, I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So this is the one that I have. Let's see if we can do this. Sorry, I'm trying to film kind of backwards on my phone here. This one is actually just being used for journaling. So I memory plan in this, and like you see, I've already gone through like half of it at least already, and I put in some new pages, but I use this for memory keeping and journaling. These are some stickers. Sorry again, I'm not used to filming on my phone. My camera's not working right now. These are some stickers, but I put in anything that I think of that has to do with YouTube, I'll put in here, and then I'll transfer it into my planner. So I put my hand down. I meant to just sit on the desk, but I put it into my planner. So this is my actual planner that you guys have seen before. This is the ADHD Done planner from my shop, Panache Planner. So what I do is I'm still using the inbox. I use it to put in information after, you know, if I'm out and about or if I'm just thinking of something and I might carry it around my house and I want to write something down, but I don't want to go grab my planner if I don't have it next to me, which 99% of the time I do, but sometimes I want to write out like long form, like a journal entry or something. What I do is use that Stalogy and I treat it like just a random thoughts, everything that comes into my brain. But one of my issues with bullet journaling that's been in the past is that it's kind of a black hole, like I mentioned before. It kind of goes in there and it doesn't really go anywhere else. It lives there forever and there's really no organizational system. So that's again kind of why I made this planner, which is the ADHD Done planner. And you can have all of your, tabs, your sections, and they all have a home. Basically, the bullet journal is kind of hard because you can put tabs in there, but you can't really move things around. And like I said, I'll go into another video about what I don't like about bullet journaling, why it didn't work for me in this season of my life, at least. Like I said, I bullet journaled in 2015 and for a couple of years, and it was great at that time. And now I just, it's easier for me to, put tasks in here and organize them in certain ways and actually be able to separate things and have an organizational home. So that Stalogy is for long form journaling. Mostly I write down a lot of what happened during my day, how I'm feeling, really private things. So things that I'm not going to either share or put on the internet that are, like I said, very private. So things I would basically tell a therapist. That's what that one is for. But I noticed that, it fits in my purse, but it's not super portable. So what I did is I ended up buying a Hobonichi Weeks. And this is just a few weeks ago. And if you look here, so this is kind of a side view. There we go. And I have the Midori, I don't know how to say, I forgot what the name is. It's like Chiardo or something, Chirato, I don't know, cheer something, Chiratto or something, Chirato, index clips. So these are just little index clips that they're metal. They're so cool. I love these things. Let me see if I can grab the package. Yeah, these. Okay, so these are the index clips and they are from Midori. And they are just little metal index clips. I know they're really popular with bullet journals or anyone who uses a Midori, but they are so thin. Do you see that? There's nothing. Again, if you're a Seinfeld fan, you will understand my reference that it's like, I cut slices so thin I couldn't even see them, where it's like the flavor's got nowhere to hide. Like when Kramer gets his slicer in season 9, I think that's the first episode, is the slicer. And he gets a slicer in a butcher's coat, and it's the same one where George ends up trying to airbrush himself out of a photo of his boss. It's hysterical. Like I said, I love Seinfeld. But anyway, it's like I've sliced things so thin I can't even see them. And I was like, that's how I feel when I look at these index clips, is that they're so thin. And like you can see, they take up like no room in the papers, right? They're so small. And I love that. So I got the gold ones. I think I ordered the silver ones too, and those should be here soon. But these are the gold ones. They call them orange, I think, on like jet pens and things like that, which is kind of funny because it's more like a brass color than a gold, a true gold. Because if you can see my paper clip here and next to that, it's a little bit more brassy than gold. So it's more of a coppery brass color. But anyway, this paper clip's holding together my personal information. So anyway, I ended up buying a Hobonichi Weeks, and I back planned to try and test out to see how I felt about this layout. Yeah, so like December. So I went through here and I wrote out some things that, you know, I went through and did. And like I said, I back planned through December, but you know, I don't love this paper like everyone else. You know, it's just, I know it's the Tomoe River paper, but I don't know what it is. It doesn't jive with me. So I ended up thinking, and a lot of people have done this, that it's like, you know, you may go to Stalogy, may come back to the weeks. I didn't mind this format itself. And I even tried, you know, let's see if there's nothing in here that I can show you guys. Yeah, so I even went this way, and I went, I guess it's kind of funny for me to think of, where it's like, I wanted to say horizontally, but it's like, it comes horizontally, but it's a vertical planner. So anyway, the way I put it this way, and I even tried it this way, and it's not bad, but I don't love it, and I just can't get over this cream paper. So in the meantime, what I did was purchase another Stalogy. So I'm going to take this out of, this is just my cover that I had on my other Stalogy, and I cut the spine down the middle because when you fold it over, the Stalogy itself is a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit wider. If you can see that, so I had to cut out a significant portion. So is it, you know, both sides, or excuse me, right down, oh my gosh, right down the middle. I am just knocking stuff over. So I cut it right down the middle, and I found that, like other people said, I tried Scotch tape first, and that was a hot mess. And so I ended up using packing tape, and just packing taped it together. I might cover this with washi. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but this is just a cover I made. That's why it looks like crap, because again, I am no professional seamstress. But I ended up buying another one, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this size of Stalogy, because I've seen that some people have cut theirs down. So I purchased one, then I purchased another one just to have to cut down, and then I purchased one more just in case, because I was like, I've already filled up my other Stalogy, my memory keeping one, halfway, and I've had it for like 2 weeks. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy another one so I can start immediately, and I don't have to wait, you know, like 3 or 4 days for it to come from Amazon. I don't live somewhere where you get Amazon overnight. I'm so jealous. So I figured that it would be a good way to ease my, I guess, dip my toe back into the water, into the week size, and see how I felt about this. So let's see, what can I show you? I think I can show you this, because I think I took everything out. But I just went to Staples and had them, I took them the weeks, I showed them, and I was like, hey, I just want it cut down to this size. And I made a little, you know, permanent marker dot. You can kind of see it right in there, that I made it just a permanent marker line, and was like, hey, slice it right here. And it was $2. I just took it to Staples, and that was fine. I think Office Depot is cheaper, actually, at like 75 cents. So if you have an Office Depot, I would check and see. Also, pro tip, tell them to, if they're going to cut it, have them cut it on the back side. I'm trying to catch it with the glare there. Where she cut the ream and had the ream cutter hold it, it left a huge dent in my notebook. So that was kind of frustrating. So I was like, if you're going to do that, have them do it on the back side or something, or put a piece of paper over it, or cardboard. I don't know. But I was like, that's a bummer. So I was kind of bummed about that. But what I've been using this one for is just kind of a toss in my bag everything planner. So let's open up, and this is a, let's see, it's bothering me. I left a bunch of pages in the front so I can have extra spaces, but I don't know what I'm gonna put in here yet. But this, I just made an index where I could put, you know, when I have pages like that I need to reference, I can come back to them. So I just put, and I started putting in a few things, and so like these are just things that, you know, my must-dos, and I just started tracking stuff, you know, kind of at a higher level. These are just things that I need to do, so, and then my work to do. So I just kind of put these here so I have a running to-do list somewhere else other than in my planner. And then I also have my February purchases, which is funny. It's like Stalogy. And then my Hobonichi Weeks, which I thought I bought before that, but maybe I didn't. I don't know, but I put my purchases in there. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I don't know, but what I've really been using this for is a running to-do list for the day, or if I need to just be out somewhere and just, you know, quickly write something down. I've noticed that it's nice to have a bound book sometimes. So like I said, I just put this in here where it's just, you know, just a really long to-do list of just this day. Here's some things I thought of something really quick. Let me write it down before I forget. And like I said in a previous video, if you have ADHD, by the time you get to your phone, you're gonna forget what you wanted to do by the time that you open up your phone, or you get distracted on your phone, stuff like that. So I think that the best way to use this is just kind of like this. So it's just kind of a running to-do list. Like, these are just stuff I have to do. Tuesdays, February, that's covering up some personal pages, and then grocery store, and then some highlights. So I've also used this, yeah, to write down some of the highlights of the day, which is nice to kind of remember some things. Doesn't mean it needs to be, you know, perfect, but like this. So this is just today. So these are just some things, you know, I've got, you know, the running to-do list, take down Christmas lights outside that are on a tree that I couldn't get out, the stuff to buy, stuff to do, and then stuff I need to print. Actually, when I have some time, I'll print some things. But the way I envision myself using this is just, and how I've been using it, honestly, is kind of like a pocket notebook just to have in my bag. And I've been walking around with this, like I take this like with me room to room, which sounds kind of crazy, but you know, whatever. When I have ADHD, I already know that I'm gonna forget stuff. So I'm debating whether I just take this weeks out. Like, is that really gonna be it? Because if I need to write something down to future plan, I'm gonna use my planner. So I might just take this out of this and put this in this and just have it be it by itself. So I haven't decided yet, but like I said, I wanted to jump on here real quick and kind of talk about why I use Stalogy. But I want to say I love this paper. I love it. And I was talking to someone else on Instagram today, planning_PhD. I don't have to say your name, and I'm so sorry if you're watching this video. Is CHYNNA. It's Sheena. Shina, I don't know, but you were so sweet, and I was so excited to talk to someone today about the Stalogy because she just bought one too. And so I did a quick pen test for her in my other one, which I can show you guys, because not every pen works perfectly in a Stalogy. So I found that as I'm holding it upside down, I'm like, no wonder I can't find it. So this was, let's see. Where's that pen test? I just saw it. Okay. So like here, this is the Zebra Sarasa Dry, which is the one that I normally use. And then the second one that I normally use is the Uniball 1 0.5 in the faded green body, which is this one. I recently bought this one and I love it. I was always using these, the Uniball ones in the 0.7, and I found that it skips a little bit. So I went and got this one, and this one I believe is a 0.5. I'm almost, yeah, 0.5. And this one writes so much more smoothly than this one does. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's the consistency of the gel inside the pens, but I really like this one. And I also ended up buying it in black too. And you can buy these on Jet Pens, and they're substantial. They're like heavy duty pens. They're not, I mean, I think I paid like, I don't know, $3 for it, but I did a pen test for her anyway. I did a pen test because I wanted to show her what pens are best, because she was having trouble with it like I did in the beginning. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna swatch them for you. So Zebra Sarasa Dry is great. The only downside to that is that you can't highlight after you write on it. You have to highlight first, because it will smear so badly, or it'll just bleed. And the paper enjoy is good, and the Pilot Friction, which is the clicker in the 0.7, is great. I like that one too. That one's good. It's just not as dark of a black as the Uniball one and then the Sarasa Dry. It's just because obviously it's an erasable pen that it doesn't, you know, it just doesn't write as it doesn't write as dark. So that's the downside to it, but I love this paper. I think it's fantastic. It writes so well. I'll just kind of show you. So let's see. I'll just write underneath my pen test, because I am not going to use this page for anything else. So there you go. So that's the Sarasa Dry, and I really like that one. And then the Zebra Sarasa Dry, and then this is the Uniball one. See, it skips a little bit, and you can kind of see that it just barely skips, but not a lot. I don't know what it is about this pen. I don't know if it's how fast you write or what, but it skips just a little bit. So it's not noticeable unless you write really fast, which I do. I write pretty fast. So I love these pens, but I love this paper so much. So if you're thinking about getting a Stalogy, don't sleep on it. I think it's fantastic. I love this paper. I love writing on it. I can write long form, and I can write, I'm kind of heavy. I can be heavy-handed with my writing. So it's nice that it holds up to the paper, unlike the Hobonichi Weeks, which is just a little bit thinner, that Tomoe paper. So I can appreciate a good, you know, weighty paper where it's not, you know, just gonna rip whenever you're writing on it. So I like it, and I like the darkness of the ink in the white paper versus the cream. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it, but I just wanted to jump on here. And I know, I'm sorry, this isn't really a quick video. I thought it was gonna be quick, but we all know I ramble. So I've got more little index clips in here. I really like this, and I like the spine, and I like that it, you know, it's the binding. I know people cut off the spine, but you know, it doesn't bother me. And I know it's gonna get chunky like Dakshina's always are. She always has such fantastic videos. I love watching her videos. But yeah, it's fantastic. And I think that, you know, I like the small small portable size, and it's just handy. So we'll see how long I last this. And this is just gonna be, yeah, like just jotting and just a running to-do list while I'm thinking of things around the house kind of thing. So that's my video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I try to respond to all of your comments. I know I have a couple more that I need to respond to today, and I appreciate it so much, guys. You know, I do read every single one of your comments, and I am so thankful that you guys are here. And if you're getting any kind of value out of my videos, please, yeah, like, subscribe, send me a comment. What is your setup like right now? What is your, do you have other journaling notebooks? Do you have 1 planner, 2 planners, 8 planners? Let me know. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.